Joe and the ankle would look like an ankle injury?
No, Myron, no update. He's obviously sore, couldn't come back in, so it'll be day to day.
And then my follow-up is your team has been able to avoid some of those lengthy pauses that other teams around the country have had to deal with. How do you think that's helped your team build momentum? And what does that say about the team maybe behind the scenes that supported this group throughout the season?
I think that's a great point. We consistently emphasize the importance of coming together. We started those discussions last year when our season was cut short. Let's commit to one another, especially after Lucas said he was coming back. It was, we have one goal in mind, is to have a great season and remain together and be consistent with how we live our lives. And of course, it started, Myron, with, a lot of guys didn't have a lot of knowledge as to what was going on, where are we going? And so the only thing we kind of held on to was each other. And we felt like if we lived our lives the right way, wear masks, be careful where we go, don't hang out in the bars, don't go to parties, just kind of stay within your group and stay close to your brothers on the team and just show up and go to work. And then, when the season's over, if you want to go out a little bit, wait till then. By that time, we felt like the vaccine would be here, which it is. Of course, we got to wait a little while to get it. But, I think the maturity level of the guys in the locker room and their commitment to each other has been the key to everything, quite frankly.
Coach, our next question is from Scott Docterman.
Fran, how instrumental was Jordan down the stretch? He really drew some foul calls that maybe he hadn't been able to get to the foul line as much earlier in the year.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot throughout his career and a lot lately. They were pushing up on him pretty good. So if you play him that way, he's going to get to the free throw line. He's obviously one of the best three-point shooters ever to play college basketball. So you're going to have to press up on him. It's what they did. So then, you kind of, if you do that, he's going to draw fouls and he's going to get to the rim and he's going to, be a difference maker in the game, which he was. He was tremendous today.
Reminder, if you're not on, please mute yourself. We're hearing some background noise. Next question, Coach, is from Jet Beecham.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask about at the end there with Luka. He was kind of talking to Jordan and goofing around there after the game, and you came over and talked to him, and you guys had a hug. Is that the moment where he found out they were retiring his jersey, and can you share what that meant to you to give him that news?
Yeah, he did not know that was going to happen, and I knew that Mr. Barta was going to ask him to speak, so I wanted him to kind of have an opportunity to collect his thoughts. I wanted him to know. He immediately, broke down, as you saw. It was a pretty emotional moment for both of us. But incredibly heartwarming for me to watch what he's accomplished. I mean, I remember the first time I went and saw him, and you just watch a young guy mature and become a leader, and he's just such a gamer. And he only cares about winning, and then ultimately he ends up filling the stat line and becoming recognized individually, which is a great feeling as a coach. So, I just wanted him to know what Mr. Barta was going to say and have him be prepared when they handed him the mic. And I thought he did a fabulous job really highlighting his teammates, and his family has been so instrumental. And, I'm incredibly moved by, his comments about me and our relationship, because it means so much to me, and I'm thrilled that it means so much to him.
Coach, our next question is from Steve Margagi.
Just heading into the Big Ten tournament, I was just wondering, there's been so much said about how strong the Big Ten is this year. From your perspective, what is the difference this year in the Big Ten versus previous seasons?
I think a couple things. Veteran guys across the board, great teams top to bottom. It's pretty simple. No other conference comes close when you look at the quality of the teams, top to bottom. You know, there's a lot of turnover on a lot of teams, and we've had our guys come back, and it's been fun to watch. It's fun to be a part of.
Coach, our next question is from Rick Brown.
Coach, I know winning a Big Ten title was first on your list. That maybe didn't happen, but how would you characterize this regular season? I mean, 20 wins and winning a bunch of games at the end and finishing third in a league like this.
Yeah, Rick, you know, I just have such tremendous respect for the teams in this conference. You know, for this team to win 20 games in a short season and win 14 games in the toughest league in the country. You know, I'm probably most proud of the fact that we have seen development with our young guys, because we've needed that with Jack and CJ and now Joe's injury. We've got some other guys that are banged up. They can play, but they're banged up. You know, the grueling season that we've had. So I'm just, I'm really proud of what we've accomplished, and you know, obviously feel like, you know, we're just getting started.
Coach, our next question is from Chad Leistico.
Hey there, Coach. I guess just what does the 3 seed mean to you? You don't have to play till Friday night now. Does that? I know it's early on Joe Wieskamp, but also secondary question there. I mean, how does that help him maybe get back, or do you rush him back?
Yeah, we would not rush him back, Chad. You know, I want him to be ready. I want him to play when he's ready to play, and we'll see how long it will take for that to happen. I think, you know, when the season starts, obviously you want to win the championship, but you know, your next goal is to, you know, see if you can get that double bye, which, as you know, is really difficult in this league, because that means you have to be consistently good and overcome whatever comes your way. You know, tough loss, an injury, whatever. So I'm just really proud of how these guys have continued to compete and stay together.
Coach, next question is from Scott Docterman.
For a way to go out, I guess, at Carver Hawkeye Arena, you look at what Luka was, you know, his stat line, and it doesn't really indicate how hard he played. And likewise with Jordan Bohannon. I mean, can you think of a different way for them to go out than the way that they did, and just the effort that they
Yeah, I think, you know, when you think about this, the score was tied with 4 minutes to go. And those guys, you know, willed us to victory. I mean, obviously Keegan was tremendous. Everybody who's on the floor was really good. But those two guys in particular, you know, we're going to make sure we didn't lose this game.
Coach, we'll go with 4 more questions that we have in the docket, and then we'll get to Keegan. So our next question is from Don Doxey.
Yeah, Fran, I wanted to ask you specifically about Keegan. He seemed to make some of the biggest plays of the game at the end, and it didn't seem like he felt, you know, he reacted in the moment the way you'd want him to, right?
Well, that's pretty much what he does all the time. That's what you've got to love about him. He's always been that way. Nothing rattles him. It's a physical game, a close game, and he made huge plays at both ends of the floor. And that's what winning players do, and he's a winning player.
Reminder to mute. I'm hearing some more feedback. Next question is from Rick Brown.
Another Keegan question, Coach. He seems to really have a tremendous feel for the game, especially in big moments. That's something you can't coach. I guess you're born with. But do you feel that he has that gene, whatever it is?
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's a really good basketball player. So he can play any one of the 5 positions. He can make a play for himself or for somebody else. He can shoot it outside. He can get to the rim. He really plays defense. He's got a really good ability to play through a mistake, which is hard for a young guy. You know, so I'm really proud of him for that. But he just has a really good sense of where to go and where to be. Even if he forgets, he just always seems to end up in the right place. And that takes tremendous feel for how to play, and that's what he has.
Coach, the next question is from Mike Kloss.
Fran, I'm curious about how you feel and your players as well, but the emotions from this game, such a variety of things to unpack, from Joe's injury to the celebrating your seniors to winning a hard-fought game. Just, I guess, where's your mind right now?
You know, I think real simple, Mike, just really proud of what we did today and what we've done all season. And I want them to cherish what they experienced today, enjoy it, get some rest, but then turn the page to what we have coming down in Indianapolis.
Coach, our final question today will be from Corey Kuffler.
Yeah, Coach, if you could just talk a little bit more about Joe and how well he's played down the stretch here. Obviously, he was 5 for 5 shooting today, and then that injury, just the versatility that he brings to the team. And if he's out for any extended amount of time, who would you lean on to try to fill that void a little bit of his scoring?
Yeah, I think, you know, he looked like he was on his way to 40 today. I thought he was really moving well with the ball, without the ball, playing with great confidence. You know, so, you know, if he's unavailable, obviously Keegan starts. We know that. You know, I think we go with Patrick and Joe Toussaint, and then you've got Chris, Tony, and Aaron ready to go. So it's next man up. Now you can move some people around. I can play Connor in the backcourt. There's a lot of ways we can go. We've got some versatile guys, and we'll just, you know, kind of play each game with that in mind, knowing we have various options.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Congrats on the win, and good luck next week at the Big Ten tournament.
Thank you.
So as a reminder, we're switching out, getting Keegan Murray in here. So if you have any questions for Keegan, lower your hand in the reactions tab in the bottom of your window.
Hey, James, can you pin Keegan? Put your cursor up on the 3 dots on his screen. And click pin or showcase.
Spotlight.
Try that. There we go.
Okay. All right, Keegan, can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
All right. Congrats on your game today. We'll open it up. First question will be from Tom Kakert.
Keegan, you had that big rebound late off the free throw. Can you just kind of walk me through what you were doing on that play? What did you see, and how did you anticipate that rebound?
Yeah, no, just before the shot, I knew that I was going to be isolated. It was just going to be me and whoever was boxing me out. I just felt like I could get around him pretty well. And then before, I just knew that if I had the rebound, I either had a kick out, but I lost my balance, so I had to call a timeout, and that ended up being pretty big for the end of the game.
Keegan, our next question is from Rick Brown.
Keegan, how would you the regular season? Well, I don't know what kind of expectations you had going into the regular season, but do you think you've met the expectations you had for yourself?
I don't really have any expectations for myself. I just expect myself to play at a high level every game, every practice, every lifting session, every film session. Just whatever I do, I just want to do at a high level. I feel like I've done that this year, and has helped our team win some games down the stretch and have good momentum going into postseason.
Has it been hard for you to give up flush bad plays? I know the MO on you is sometimes you have trouble throwing those away and they stick with you, but have you gotten better with that?
Can you repeat that question again?
Yeah, just as far as dealing with when plays don't go right, sometimes you would get down on yourself, but you seem to be doing a better job of getting on to the next play now.
Yeah, no, that just comes with experience. I feel like my teammates have my back now. They've had it throughout the whole season. And I just feel like if I make a mistake, I can just go back, play the next possession hard, and just keep a level head throughout the whole game. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm not going to play every game perfect. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I just have to play hard every possession.
Keegan, our next question is from Mark Emmert.
Yeah, Keegan, what you did late in this game kind of reminded me of Rutgers. Is that kind of how you saw it too? And I guess, how are you able to stay so calm in those moments?
Yeah, no, I just try to keep a level head. It just comes. I've been doing a lot of meditation. I mean, that's really helped me a lot. Just keep a level head. And just at the end of the day, I've just been able to compose myself down the stretch, make free throws when we needed them, just make plays down the stretch to help our team win.
The next question is from Chad Leistico.
Hey, Keegan, your thoughts on Joe Wieskamp's injury when you see him go down like that? Not only, you need to step up, but also feeling for him.
Yeah, no, obviously it's a big blow. Halfway through the game, he was playing really well. He's hitting shots, getting to the rim. But at the end of the day, after his injury came in the second half, he was a leader for us. And that just helped motivate me throughout the second half. He was encouraging the whole time. And I was able to feed off that towards the end of the game.
Did he tell you anything in particular that stands out?
He's just encouraging. I've been really close with him for a while. He took me under his wing as a freshman. And he just said encouraging words. Just if I made a mistake earlier in the second half, he just told me, keep a level head, play your game. At the end of the day, he just had belief in me.
He can go 2 more questions, and then we'll get Luka in here. First is from Mike Kloss.
Just wanted to know what you're going to take away from your 1 year with Luka and Jordan.
Yeah, no, those guys have been really big for me. I mean, just the culture that they brought in here in Iowa has helped myself and the rest of the freshmen just know that there's a standard that we have to meet every single year. The off season, do the little things, do the extra work, and that will create success. And that's just what those two have really brought to this program. I feel like Jabo coming back after his injury last year, he's really been a leader for us. And Luka, I've been playing alongside him the whole year, and he's just been really encouraging for me, teaching me right from wrong, off the court, on the court. Those two guys have been really, really big for us throughout the season.
And Keegan, the final question today will be from Jeremy Wu.
Hey, Keegan. Obviously, you've kind of had a firsthand look, your 1 year, but, playing with Luka, a dominant, historically dominant player. Can you speak a little bit about just what makes him so difficult to guard? I know you're playing against him in practice, playing with him, seeing it up close. But what's that been like, just your 1 year, your impressions?
Yeah, no, just playing with him has been unbelievable. He's one of the greatest players to come through Iowa. Just being with him throughout the off season, being with him in practice every day, film sessions, lifting on the court, games. I mean, it's just been a great experience for me. It's only gotten me better. I feel like as a player, as him being a senior has really helped me as a freshman just become more mature, more experienced, and just overall, there's just not enough good things to say about him.
All right. Thank you, Keegan, for your time. Good game today, and good luck next week.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Keegan.
There we go.
Luka, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, so we'll go. If you have questions for Luka Garza, raise your hand in the reactions window. Luka, our first question will come from Myron Metcalf.
Hey, Luka, congrats on everything, man. Your team has been able to avoid some of the long pauses that other teams have had to deal with. How do you think that's helped you all build momentum kind of going into this postseason?
I think it's been huge for our group. I think before the season we had a meeting and just trying to make sure that everybody on this team is doing what they're supposed to do. We go home and we go to the gym and we come back. If we're going to get COVID, it's going to be from just unfortunate kind of error, but it's not going to be from going to restaurants or anything like that because we're avoiding putting ourselves in those positions. And I think that's the biggest thing that's led to that. So I just have to credit all my teammates, for just staying consistent with that, and realizing that our goal is worth, all of the not being able to live a normal life. So it's been great, and it's grown us closer together. When you want to hang out with somebody, you got to hang out with your teammates. You can't hang out with anybody outside your social circle. So it's really grown this group closer together, and I think it's really been helpful. We haven't had any really disrupted rhythm by a long pause, and I think the one time we did have a pause, we were able to battle through it. But I think it's been good for us not to have a bunch of games canceled and have to wait 2 weeks to play or anything like that. And we've been steady, and so it's a credit to all our guys, and a thank you to the Big Ten for providing daily testing and making sure it's possible that we can play this year.
Luca, the next question is from Grant Becker.
Luca, after the game there, you're talking to J-Bo and Connor, and Fran comes over, and your mood changes from kind of laughing and joking with your teammates to kind of breaking down there. He said that was the moment where he let you know what was about to happen. Can you kind of take us through that moment, what you were feeling and what Coach said to you?
Oh, well, I honestly, I didn't expect that at all. And I didn't really realize that, that was, a plan or that was going to happen. So, sorry, I think, I was just really happy we won the game. And then for Coach to tell me that was, it was a surreal feeling, just, that moment will be something I remember forever. Just time slowed down, as I heard those words. It was just an honor. And I've just been so thankful for Coach McCaffrey for, giving me a chance to become the best player I could be. And I just, I'm so thankful for, him and the coaching staff and my teammates, because, like I said out there, I wouldn't be anywhere without them. I don't think I'd be in this position if I went to any other school. And I made the perfect choice, and I can't wait to continue going, because we're not done yet, and I'm not done yet.
Luca, next question is from Scott Docterman.
Luca, this is a senior day unlike any other. I mean, usually this place would be packed. You'd have 15,000 people. You'd meet your family at center court, and it wasn't any of those things. What were kind of your emotions coming into this game, this day, and how did it kind of unfold, especially even before the game, not as much with the ceremony?
The biggest thing for me is, I wanted to come out here and get a win. I wanted to have some momentum going into postseason. And this was a team we already beat on the road, and a team we might possibly see, next week. So, it was very important for us to get this win. For us to grind it out the way we did was huge. But that was my main focus going to the game. Obviously, thinking about this game and thinking about just everything, I always get a little emotional. So, I just try to, focus on winning the game and staying in the moment. And I think, I'm just, I've been so thankful to play with the guys I have these 4 years. And I'm glad that we were able to win this game. Last year in my sophomore year, we weren't able to win on senior day. And that's something that, still upsets me is, I wanted to put those seniors out, on top and in terms of on their home floor. So, it was unfortunate, that we weren't able to win those, but, I wanted to win this one, for them and just for our class and for, this university. So, it was a great day. Obviously I'd love to be in front of Hawkeye Nation. I think I probably would have broke down even a little bit more. But, I'm just still, I'm so happy.
Luke, the next question is from Corey Kufler.
Hey, Luca, can you talk about Joe's injury, the impact that he has on this team with the way he's been shooting? It obviously would open things up for you, but if he can't go, how do you move forward without Joe possibly?
Obviously it was very unfortunate tonight. He was probably on his way to 40. He was shooting the ball at a very high level, and he is shooting the ball at a very high level. So, it sucks that he wasn't able to come back in the game tonight, but, Joe's a warrior, and he's going to, be with our training staff, Brad Floyd and all of them. And hopefully we'll be able to, prepare him. But, our philosophy is always the same. We're next man up. And you saw that in Keegan Murray today. I think that was the biggest, kind of thing you saw from this game was that he was able to step up and really be gigantic for us down the stretch. He made the biggest play of the game with the offensive rebound that provided us an opportunity to go on offense again. And obviously, J-Bo, did a really good job of making sure he got to the line and obviously knocked him down. And Keegan had some very clutch, plays, offensive rebound, tip in, and one, a lot of plays. And Nick knocked down his free throws down the stretch. So, it's always awesome to play for a guy like that. I obviously wasn't very great from the 3-point line. I felt pretty confident I was scoring everywhere else, but the 3-point line I was missing a little bit, and he got a big rebound off one of my misses. So I was really thankful that we were able to crash the glass on the night that I wasn't hitting threes like I usually do.
Next question is from Chad Leistico.
Hey, Luka, I know you know your basketball. How big was it to get the 3 seed in the Big Ten? And also, do you think this clinches a 2 seed for you guys in your view?
This was huge, for both of those things, I think. To close out the season, winning 7 of our last 8 games with, a couple great road wins in there and to beat, a couple ranked teams. I think that was huge for us. In my opinion, I think it locks us into a 2 seed. If it doesn't, we'll take it. But I think, with our ability to continue to win in the Big Ten tournament, plus just our resume in general and the league we play in, I think all year they've been given a lot of respect to the Big Ten, as they should, as the best conference in America. I think, we've had, our couple losses was without one of our starters. So there's a lot of things to think about when you look at our resume, and I think we've done enough, but we can't control that, and I think we're just going to control the things we control and just go out and play as hard as we can in the Big Ten tournament, and and try to win it. If we win it, then who knows what Whiskey will be.
Luke, the next question is from Josh Christensen.
Luka, not only what did the announcement mean to you, what does it mean to you when someone like Megan Gustafson kind of welcomes you to a club like this, where it was just a couple of years ago where she broke a scoring record, then her jersey number was retired not too long after, and basically within a year span, you're kind of sharing the same thing. I mean, we've seen 2 players break scoring records and have their jersey numbers retired. So what is that like when she's giving you congrats? And I know you've talked in the past about how you guys would, really would cheer each other on when you both were in school.
She's been an inspiration to me from the moment I got here, just seeing what she was able to do. And I think, when I first got here, I didn't know much. I knew about the Iowa men's basketball. I didn't know much about Iowa women's basketball. But I would always, be in the gym by myself, and it was just always consistently one girl on the other end doing micro drills. And I was like, that's something I'd never seen before. Obviously, I've seen a lot of great women play the game, but, her doing some drills, it's like, I was pretty much doing the same thing on my end as well. So it was really special to see, how she developed over her career, especially when I was here. I think that was the year she took that major jump, my freshman year. And then obviously my sophomore year, she became, probably the greatest player to ever play here, men's or women's. So, it was really, really awesome to see, what she did here. And she was always, an inspiration in the way she worked and just how she led her team. And, obviously she took that team and won a Big Ten championship, and then obviously made the Elite Eight. So it was really special to see what she did here. And it always filled me with motivation to try and, be like someone like that. So it's an honor to even be in the same sentence as her, and, to have my jersey retired, and it'll be up next to hers and all the other greats that are, here at the University of Iowa to come. So, I'm very, very thankful, that I crossed paths with her. I think it's always, you get better when you surround yourself with better people. And so, it's been an awesome experience here at the University of Iowa, and the countless athletes that I've met, any sport, Tristan Wirfs, AJ Epinesa, Gino Stone. I know those guys, Emir. I know all those guys, and just see what they've done on the field, and just see, our success, through these years. Kathleen Doyle, I mean, you can keep going. And obviously Caitlin Clark is putting herself to be right there with all of these names. So, I'm just, really, really thankful to be here at the University of Iowa. I think I cannot mention Spencer Lee and what he's done. So the amount of athletes we have here, I think we all, inspire and motivate each other. And I think it's been really cool to see what everyone's done.
All right, Luke, we'll go 3 more questions, and then we'll let you go on your way. The first question is from Mark Emmert.
Yeah, Luka, I don't believe your mother gets to see a lot of your games in person. What did that mean to you to have her here today, especially in light of all that happened after the game? And you get to see her at all this weekend?
It means the world to see my mother out there and my sister. This is the first game that they've been able to come to this year, and they usually get to, play when I go play at Maryland or play at Rutgers. They usually get to come, but obviously this year there's been different rules and they haven't been able to be there. So for my mother to be there and my sister, it was really special for her to see that and for us to get a win here. And so it's really cool. I love my mom. I miss her so much, and my sister. I haven't seen them since August, and I think. It's hard because of COVID that, it's hard on both of us that we're not really going to be able to see each other. I might go by their hotel and stand outside and wave and, talk across 15 feet or whatever with the mask on. So, I'm going to try to make, whatever possible. But, obviously I can't risk, our team, our season for, myself. So, I'm just thankful that, she's able to be there, be with my dad. And so, it's really special for her to see a moment like that, especially when I didn't know that was going to happen. I was just, overcome with emotion in that moment.
Luke, our next question is from Jarek Andrzejewski.
Hey, Luca, congrats on the win. Taking you back to the start of the day, you had a few dozen fans come out and give you a welcome into Carver Hawkeye. What did it mean to walk in and see them today? A lot of them weren't here to watch the game. They just showed up to sort of say thanks for all you've done for the university.
It means the world, to thank all of our seniors, obviously Jordan Bohannon and Michael Bear and Austin Ash, to thank all of us and to be out there early. And that was really cool. Obviously I'd love to be in front of them. And, I know Jay would say the same. We'd love to be playing in front of them and for them to be there for that moment. But, it was just special that they were able to come out and just say hi and kind of cheer us on as we went into the building. So, that was really cool. So, I think, this university is a special place, and I think I love it here, and I've been very blessed to be in this position and to play with a guy like Jordan Bohannon for the years that I have, and to know Austin Ash and Michael Bear as my closest friends. So it's been really special, and I'm really thankful.
Luca, and the final question today will come from Tom Caker.
Hey, Luca, just about a year ago, you had basketball taken away. And I know when talking to you at that time, you were really anticipating March Madness and Big Ten tournament, NCAA tournament. How excited are you to get this going starting next week?
I'm so excited. It's been a long time. I think, since we lost to Tennessee, to go to the Sweet 16, it's been in my head of getting back to that moment and coming out on the other end. So, I think it's very exciting for us. And I know, everyone who was there when we were in Ohio knows what it feels like to be in there in that moment. So, we're all tremendously excited for the opportunities ahead of us. And we're just making sure that we're going to improve ourselves every day until that opportunity comes, and we're going to make the most of it when it does come. So, I'm very excited. Obviously last year hurt a lot, not being able to be, in that to have that opportunity to play in the postseason. So, I'm very excited for everybody on this team. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to play as hard as we can, and we're going to make sure that we don't take any possessions off. We're going to give it our all every second we're out there. We're going to try to make a run.
All right. Thank you for your time, Luca. Congrats on the game and congrats on the jersey retirement.
Thank you.
Thanks. Our final student athlete will be Jordan Bohannon. He's getting situated as we speak, I believe. All right, Jordan, can you hear me all right?
Yep.
All right, so questions for Jordan Bohannon. Raise your hand in the reactions tab on the bottom. First question, Jordan, will be from Mark Emmert.
Hey, Jordan, late in the game, those free throws you get, it looked like both situations you were aggressively looking to draw fouls there to get to the line. Can you talk me through both those scenarios, what you saw there?
Yeah, it's just me being aggressive late game. I didn't shoot the ball that well the first half, but I got some open looks in the second half. My teammates were finding me, and I knew I had, kind of advantage going down the floor, knowing Trice had a couple fouls. He was in foul trouble, and, I could kind of take advantage of that, attacking him and doing what I can. And I got a couple looks in transition. And then, a couple looks off the ball screen as well. But that was kind of my mindset moving forward, especially in the second half, knowing, I drew a couple of fouls in the first half, and that kind of set up my game later on.
All right, Jordan, our next question will come from Corey Kufler.
Jordan, can you talk about the Joe injury? Obviously, to see him in a boot in the second half wasn't a good thing. As you get ready for this postseason run, the impact he has on this team if he's not able to go or if he can come back and play.
I think he'll be ready to go. I don't think that's going to be a question. Knowing what we have at stake this year, obviously he's dealing with a tough injury right now, rolling his ankle. But at the end of the day, I know he's a warrior, and we'll do whatever he can to get back on the floor. And we got, a couple days to, get ready. I think that'll be huge for him. But, I'm not too worried about him. I know he's a tough kid, and he's going to do everything he can to get back out there.
Jordan, the next question is from Mike Kloss.
Jordan, what were your emotions throughout this day?
First off, Mike, you got to stop changing your Zoom background. You're getting me a little confused over there. Every time I talk to you, there's a new Zoom background. You just love big into the Zoom backgrounds, aren't you?
It's all I've got.
I love it. No, but it was a fun game, man. I think how sweet it was to have Luka's retirement for his number after the game, and it shows the kind of character we have on this team to really pull out that game, because it was a football game, to be honest with you. That was a football game from every aspect of defensive end, offensive end. There's a lot of situations where there's a couple tangle ups, but that's Big Ten basketball, and that gets us ready for what's to come. And that's why I think the Big Ten will do so well, like they always do in the NCAA tournament, because we have games like this where people are attacking each other and wanting to win so badly towards the end of the year, and then it only makes teams better. But it was a fun night, or fun morning, I should say. Really enjoyed being out there and finishing up at Carver with a win.
Jordan, the next question is from Jarek Andrzejewski.
Hey, Jordan, congrats on the win. Taking you back to this morning, you had a few dozen fans waiting for you outside to come say thanks to the senior class. What did that mean to you? I mean, a lot of them didn't get to stay to see the game. They just showed up to sort of give thanks for all you and the rest of the seniors have done for the university.
Yeah, really special. I was walking out of the car and saw that. Almost brought a tear to my eye. I got really, emotional walking towards that, the doors for a final time and seeing, all the fans line up. I wish I could have, hugged each one of them and thanked them for, their support that they've given this university. A lot of great people, are from this state of Iowa. I've met, amazing people throughout these years, and it was really special for them to kind of give us support and show us, kind of a welcoming and thanking us for, everything that we sacrificed this year and continue to sacrifice to, get to that goal of winning what we want to win.
Jordan, the next question is from Mark Emmert.
Jordan, after the Rutgers game, you told us that there's something about the water in Cedar Rapids when we asked you about Keegan Murray. I'm not sure if that's really what it is, but what do you think of him as a freshman making those winning plays in clutch time? Is that just something you're born with, or how do you explain that?
The water in Cedar Rapids. I warned you back then, and I'm telling you now, it's the water in Cedar Rapids. There's just different feeling. Kids are bred differently, and that's that part of the state. You look at down the line of all these years of these athletes that come out of that Eastern Iowa area. It's unreal that the state of Iowa has been blessed with this amount of talent. And he's the next in line. He's going to be a superstar the next year and the years to come. And he's stepping into that role now. The plays he made tonight, you can't ask for a better playmaker at the end of the game. Getting offensive rebound, making those 2 free throws. Everything he did on defensive end tonight, he was just locked in. He's playing like an upperclassman, a vet. And that's going to be huge for us, going into this postseason play.
Jordan, the next question is from Rick Brown.
Jordan, I remember the first time I saw you play, you were a senior in high school and you played a game at Ankeny. You probably don't remember that game, but if someone would have told me this guy is going to lead Iowa in career 3-pointers, career assists, I might have been a little skeptical of that. But how would you characterize your career to this point at the end of the regular season, your senior year? You've accomplished an awful lot.
Yeah, I just, I've left it all out there. These last 4 or 5 years, I've done everything I can to try to maximize my abilities. I've caught some slack through the years of, having weaknesses here or there, but, I can honestly say every single day I've done everything I could to, make this team, as great as it can. And, I've always been about the team and wanting to win. And, I've worked really hard the last couple of years from individual standpoint to, get my body back to what it was. And, I was in a low place for a couple of years, just getting through injuries and working through that. And thank God I had tremendous, people around me, and from my teammates to my coaches, my family, my friends. They're able to get me through it. Coming from a sophomore year of not really accomplishing anything that we hoped to, and taking that same team junior year and almost upsetting one of the greatest comebacks in NCAA history. It just shows the kind of character that Coach McCaffrey continues to recruit, and he's given me this opportunity of a lifetime, and I've just tried to make the most of it every single day. Whether that's inspiring the younger generation that are coming up to be basketball players, or just leaving this jersey better off than for the guys that are coming in next year and the years prior. And like I said, I just done everything I could to do everything I can to make this team great.
Jordan will take 3 more questions. First one is from Chad Leistico.
Hey man, I thought you guys were supposed to fade. I thought that was the narrative.
The Fran fade, the notorious Fran fade, which all know that's a myth. Know that's.
Are you guys finding some, gears maybe you didn't know you had? I mean, you lose Jack Nungy, and now you lose Joe Wieskamp in a game like this, and I don't know. You're finding stuff that maybe you didn't think you had. I know you think you have a good team, but what do you think of that?
I think we're just showing, what we're made of, and that's how tough of a group we are. We have so many guys on this team that, don't care about points. They just want to be out there to try to help this team win. And I think that's just shows, like I said previously, that the kind of character we have in this locker room, have that next man up mentality, and if someone goes down, we just need someone else to step up. I wasn't doing a lot in the first half because I was trying to get Weezy the ball, and he was just dominating. I mean, he was on his way to 40 tonight if he was able to play, honestly. But we need someone to step up, and I tried to then late in the game. And my teammates were doing a good job giving me the ball, and I was trying to make something happen. The same with Luka. Luka was dominant as always tonight, and I was trying to get him the ball as well, just put people in the right positions. And we have so many people that stepped in tonight that just played phenomenal roles and did phenomenally tonight.
Jordan, the next question is from Scott Docterman.
Hey, Jordan, how are you?
Great.
Get my mask off here. I wanted to ask you about the game itself. I mean, very few games were more intense, I thought, than this one, especially down the stretch, which I think is a testament to how bad both teams wanted to win this game and the competitiveness between them. I mean, what was it like out there? You compared it to a football game. Was it like a football game? And just the delays at the end of the game for, how did that impact just kind of the flow?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely, resembling a football game. There's so many tangle ups, so many, stoppages of play, and it just shows, how aggressive and physical this league is, and you need to be, very, very tough minded to, win in this league, especially games like that. They came back in the second half and made a run. I mean, we were up 10-11. They came out in the second half. I thought we did a good job of the first 4 minutes. Then midway through the fourth, midway through the second half, they, cut the lead, and I ended up taking the lead. And a lot of teams probably would have folded over, but we continued to stick to what our roots are, what got us to this point of putting us in this great position to have a great postseason run. And we relied on a lot of guys that we've continue to go to throughout these years I've been here. Luka was dominant. CJ played big minutes. Keegan was huge. Weezy played, tremendous minutes in the first half before he got hurt. But it's a Big Ten basketball game. This is what we love to play. It's physical. It was aggressive. That's what we pride ourselves in being this year, and continue to pride ourselves in being through the postseason.
Jordan, the final question will come from Tom Caker.
Jordan, just kind of want to wrap things up with, this was your last game here at this arena, and it was against Wisconsin, a team that you've kind of let people know that you don't enjoy too much. How sweet was this for you to kind of finish up this way?
Yeah, I mean, Wisconsin, like I've said ever since I got in here, that place will always hold, a special place in my heart, for as long as I live. Going to games when I was younger, being in Madison throughout the years, watching my brothers play, being in Detroit, watching Steph Curry play against my brother, watching, Kentucky hit one of the last second shots to beat Wisconsin. I was sitting right behind the bench and in Texas on the Final Four. So many memories come from that school and derive from that school. And to end up at Iowa, where my dad played, and try to carry on that legacy of being a Bohannon. It was hard growing up. I thought many times that I just wanted to give up on basketball and just kind of go my own route. But it was very, very tolling on my mind. And even once I got to Iowa, it was the same thing. I went through years where I was like, man, this is a tough time for me, and I have to do everything just to continue to survive and continue to work and continue to be true to myself and hold values that I grew up with from my family members. And to have it kind of wrap up against Wisconsin at home, it kind of just full circle. Ryan kind of said it during a tweet. Ryan Kriener said how poetic it would be if I ended up hitting a last second shot, which I didn't. But it's kind of just encompasses everything that my life has been around via Wisconsin back to Iowa, and then us playing against each other to end it. And during warm-ups, just seeing Alonzo Tucker, and all Joe Krabenhoff and all those guys that my brothers played with, talking to my family in the stands before the game. I mean, it was kind of emotional just thinking about it going through warm-ups. I was like, man, I'm literally the last one in this family, and I've been truly grateful for the position I've been put in to be here and just try to continue living up to my family's name. I've done everything I can to be as great as I can for the younger kids out there, to make this jerseys better than there was before me, and try to make it better for the guys after me. And I've been surrounded by so many great teammates. Coach McCaffrey gave me a once in a lifetime opportunity. Can't thank him enough. But at the end of the day, the work's not done yet. And that's the mindset that I'm going to have, my teammates are going to have. I know for sure Lucas wants to have as well, that we want to end this thing on a right note. And I know we have the ability to do that. And we're really excited to get down to Indianapolis and, fulfill our dreams of, playing in a Final Four and hopefully, end up with a national title.
All right. Thank you for your time, Jordan, and congrats on the win today.
Appreciate it, guys.